Good evening and welcome to the 2017 Christmas special of TFF Talks. I'm your host, Danny Cook, and tonight we have a Christmas cracker of a show lined up for you as we discuss some of the latest footballing news and views, as well as some festive footy traditions. But before we begin, this show is sponsored by Classic 11 Shirts and brought to you by Crowford Media and halftimecuppa.com. You can find all the links in the description below. And if you are watching live tonight via YouTube, please do send in your questions and comments to us in the YouTube chat section or to us via Twitter at @OfficialTFF. We plan to read these out throughout tonight's show, so please do send them in. Don't forget you can catch up on all of the previous shows now via our YouTube channel, but please don't disappear. We have a fantastic festive show lined up for you tonight. So anyway, on to tonight's show. I have joining me is S.A. Agboye.
Hello.
S.A., how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. And joining S.A. we have Charlie Pumphrey. How are you, Charlie?
It's Christmas!
Clearly in the festive spirit. Love
Yeah.
that, Charlie.
Evening.
Evening. And hopefully joining us a little bit later on, we will have the angelic voice of Liam Jury, who, fingers crossed, will hopefully sing a song for us, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Anyway, on to the meat of tonight's show, which for those obviously listening in, you wouldn't have known. Last year, we done a competition and we asked our panelists to find the best football gift that they could give someone for Christmas for under £20. Well, this year we've decided to take it that little step further. So I've asked Charlie and SA and Liam for the strangest football gift they could find for under £20. So, Charlie, should we go to you first? Can you talk us through your submission for this competition?
Yeah, okay. It's unbelievable, Jeff. And that's the vein I've gone with Chris Kamara, the man, the myth, the legend. I've gone with him on a festive Christmas jumper for only just over £16. Gets you a lovely jumper, a lovely bit of knitwear. Who doesn't like a bit of festive? Oh, it's just a t-shirt. It's a t-shirt. Ignore that. It's not knitwear. Disappointed. All
lovely bit
over
of knitwear. Let's just go on.
No, go on.
I was
Ignore me.
Let's just talk about that pricing for a minute, because when you showed me the link and I saw the pricing, I was like, that's a bit odd. You don't tend to see products at that price. It was like £16.57. I think.
Is exactly. I've just searched it.
Fantastic. That's strange. Have you ever bought anything £16.57 before, Charlie?
I can't say I have, to be honest. But I've got to say something else that stands out for this. The website is on. You can choose what color and what kind of shirt you get it on.
Oh.
So you got great customization there.
Great customization. Do you get any flashy lights or anything like that? Does it light up?
I don't think so. I think you pay them enough, maybe, but you said under £20, so
that's true.
I've not.
And you managed to do that. £16.57. Very impressed with that. And it's quite a funky little shirt as well. That's for certain. I wonder if if Kamara's actually licensed that.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. This is not. Look at the website it's on. It's definitely not.
Well, the website is redbubble.com. We'll have to link that in the description.
Plug it.
Yeah, we'll have
it's
to
when secretly I'm the one making the t-shirt.
So that was Charlie's submission there. Let's hear SA's submission. SA, can you talk us through your gift for under £20? It's maybe a little bit odd. SA?
It sells itself, obviously.
Clearly. Well, okay.
Right.
So SA's lost for words. I you know what? Whilst we wait for SA to return, I will suggest one that I had.
Go on, Danny.
We was talking about a little bit off air, and it would be one of them silly little football club gnomes. I'm not sure if I love them or hate them. They're just really strange. really strange. But I do like the ones where, like, I've just had a look, and there's one by Chelsea. I mean, there's obviously loads and loads of football-related gnomes, but the ones where they're celebrating is quite funny, actually.
Oh, with the flag. Yeah.
So yeah, there's one with a flag. There's one celebrating, sliding on his belly. So it's quite cool. Although I've just seen one as well. I think it's an Arsenal. Yeah, it's an Arsenal one, and it's got his shirt over his head.
Yeah,
which is quite cool as well. I don't know. Would you get a gnome, Charlie?
I'm not really a gnome person, Dan. If I'm being honest,
Is it a bit strange then?
it is a bit strange. You've definitely nailed the strange bit.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have to put that in the
But
in the poll then. Go on.
it's a bit weird, isn't it? I think people. I don't know what that says to people as they walk past your house.
Yeah, especially if you've got, I don't know, like so here, obviously in east of England, if I had, say, an Ipswich gnome or a Norwich gnome, it might cause some controversy.
Yeah, whereas where I live, there really is only one football club.
That's what I mean. The gnome might be smashed and might disappear. You never know.
Are you saying for gnome safety, you're not going to get a Norwich one?
Who knows?
Who knows? Fantastic, brilliant. If you're counting at home, that's the first of the puns. You can mark that one off your bingo card.
Yep, and that's not even a Christmas one there. So
it's not even a Christmas one. Not even a Christmas one. Brilliant.
Is SA here now? Because I can see two of him on my screen. So I'm hoping. Yes.
Interesting story here. What's happened is that I've had to use the Hangouts feature on my phone because the one on my laptop has just lost connection.
Does that mean this is our first phone in? This is the first phone in. We go to SA. SA in.
Yeah.
Don't know where SA's in, but go on.
Is he still here?
In his house.
Yeah, I'm still here.
You're still here? Okay, sorry. I got worried then. I saw the other one disappear. I was like, oh no. Charlie's just talked it up, our first phone in, and it's gone. So yeah, SA, talk to us about your gift, your strange gift for under £20.
My gift is a mug that says "Weekend Forecast Drinking" with a chance of football. It's just your average mug for your average football fan, really. I kind of like it because of the slogan. I mean, it's a slogan that says, "Oh, we can put our feet up and watch football." That's what it implies. That's why I like it.
Very nice. And Charlie, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it works. Like you say, it makes sense. I'm not really a tea or coffee drinker, so it's not something I think about mugs, to be honest.
Yeah, and Charlie, because I don't know if SA caught what your one was. Do you want to just explain to SA what your product was again?
Basically, it combines two things that we all need in our life: t-shirts and Chris Kamara. It's a fantastic piece of a festive t-shirt. Let's say it's very nice indeed.
It's certainly different. It's certainly different.
Good
spot there, SA. I've not seen that mug before. Where did you come across that? Did you just have a look online or?
Some Amazon.
It's on Amazon. Yeah, I've got it up in front of me. What did you search for? Did you search for funny football mugs, or like how did you come across this one?
I was just searching for like mugs with like slogans on.
Yeah. And this one stood out for you?
Yeah.
There we go. Simple
as
answer.
you do, looking for mugs with slogans.
Okay, so I'm just about to put out a tweet which has the poll in it. So it's just about to go out. So this will be fun. Let me just put that hashtag. There we go. Excellent. So behind the scenes there, a bit of an insight.
Behind the curtain.
Hopefully that's gone out, and hopefully I've not spelt anything wrong. That would be an absolute nightmare. But nevertheless, we go on. And SA, yeah, my one, and just in case you missed it, my one that I found was a gnome, just a generic football gnome. You see them absolutely everywhere. I'm sure you can get one of them miniature ones. I've seen one of the miniature ones for cheaper than that in the past. So yeah, what's your thoughts on those football gnomes, SA?
A football gnome.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I prefer one of a Google make. So there's that.
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
Go
what did
again?
you mean?
No, I was just saying that I prefer it was made by Google. That was a reference to their April Fool's joke.
Oh, you've really SA, mate. You're pulling out references from April. I can't remember what happened yesterday.
What did they do in April? What did they do for April Fool? Sorry, I must have missed that one.
Basically, they put out a parody version of their Google Home device and called it Google Gnome.
Brilliant. Great banter. They knew what they were doing.
That's good. That's good to be fair.
Good old Google
Yeah,
giving you
yeah,
a call
good
8
old Google.
or 9 months later.
So yeah, what have you ever seen or known anyone with a? Sorry, have you ever seen or known anyone?
Danny can't control it. Danny, it's all right. Laugh it out, mate. Get it
Number
out.
two. Number two. Seen or known anyone with a gnome that's football?
Have I known anyone?
You know
I don't
what?
know people who own gnomes.
One of my friends has a gnome actually, and it just looks like really weird. Like I don't mind them, but they're kind of creepy.
Okay, well you've heard it
SA
first.
has an irrational fear of gnomes.
You've heard it here first. SA is against the gnomes. He does not want a gnome for Christmas. Brilliant.
SA crosses the street when he sees a garden with gnomes in it. I'm just picturing it like a spider, like a spidey
Trying to
sense.
avoid it.
He knows when there's one about.
Brilliant. Should we move on then, chaps? The poll is up and it's out there. Feel free to share it around and try and boost your chances of winning. So far, we've had one vote, and SA's football mug is already winning. So SA, you're off to a flyer.
Oh,
Charlie,
SA, get off Twitter.
Hey.
SA, you're doing a podcast. Get off Twitter, SA.
So we'll keep an eye on that throughout tonight's show. That should finish with about 10 minutes to go at the end of the show. So we'll round that up. Okay, so let's move on now. And let's look at a question sort of linked to the competition itself. And I would like to ask Charlie first. What's the strangest football gift that you've ever received at Christmas?
It's not. I don't think there's anything that's that fantastic. I've got a signed picture of Dean Cox.
That's out there.
And like that's very much out there. I have a signed picture of Cox.
So who got you that then?
Oh, it must have been some family member. It was nothing special. It was back when Brighton were playing in League One, I think.
Yeah,
it would have been League One. And yeah, it was just one of those things. It was like, oh, we know you like Brighton. He's the best player they have at the moment. A man who's now plying his trade in League Two.
There you go.
So that's about the weirdest it gets, to be honest, for me. There's not really. I have nothing else to present.
Did you was there any sort of strange gifts that you've maybe seen your friends have, or family members, or people that you may have known have sort of received that have been football related?
That's a difficult question.
It's a difficult one. Okay, that's right. Do you want
go to SA? Come back. I'll pass. I pass.
That's all right. So SA, what strange football gifts have you received?
The strangest football gift I've received, I'd say a watch, probably. You know, like one of those like football watches you get when you're younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you
Yeah,
confused by the idea of a watch, or
I'd say that is one. It was one of those cheap ones, not like a Rolex
it's not
or something.
quality? Essay's not happy. He deserves more.
Did it have the Arsenal badge on it?
No, it was just like one of those generic
Oh, it's a
football
generic
pictures.
football.
Did it not go past 4 either? Yeah, get him in. Get him in early, boys. Let him know you're there.
Like live.
That's a welcome to the podcast challenge. That.
Yeah. I like to position myself as the Vinnie Jones of this mad game.
A TFF Talks.
Yeah.
There we go. We got a new nickname.
Vinnie, that's it. Whenever you need to introduce me, the Vinnie Jones of
Vinnie
TFF Talks.
Vinnie Jones. So, did it just have like footballs? I mean, I know that probably sounds really stupid for me to ask, but did it just literally have?
It just had like a football at each 3 hour mark. So it had a football picture.
So it didn't even get to
on the 12, 3, 6, and 9. So.
Okay. And I could hear Charlie's in laugh. Charlie's
all right.
dying. Charlie's dying. Right? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm yeah. Don't worry. Go on. Proceed.
Okay. Have you thought of an answer now, Charlie? Have you got an answer?
Well, it's not weird. It's just kind of
just
it's
chuck it out there.
All right. I had a friend, who wanted a pair of football boots for Christmas. Nice football boots. He'd picked them. Like he'd gone out and shown his mum, or wherever it was, he bought them for him. What boots he wanted. And he was buzzing Christmas Day. He came back into school a couple of weeks later, and we're like, "Oh, you've got your boots?" He was like, "No." We're like, "Why?" It's like, "My mum bought me 2 left ones." And we were like, "Is that a joke? That's got to be a joke. There's no way that's not a joke." And he was like, "No. She's got to take them back because they're 2 left feet." We're like, "That's brilliant. That's amazing. That quite literally couldn't be better."
That's brilliant. That's good. What foot was he? Out of interest, was he?
He was right-footed.
He's right-footed.
It was even more than that. It was the fact that he just couldn't even get
That was. I'm sure that was a subtle nod by the parents to try and.
I hope it was
weaker foot.
Yeah. No choice.
Could you imagine? That's a mastermind move as a father. Like, right, you've got to use your weaker foot. Well, now he's got no choice. You know what I mean?
I refuse to. Wow, you can't refuse this, can you?
That's crazy. How do you not notice that one?
I don't know. We said this. How do you not notice? Well, you take them to the till.
Oh, you know what?
Can you just check they're the right size, please? And also, can you make sure there's a left and a right one?
I'd really love to see him try to put them on for the first time.
Oh God!
Special moment.
I hadn't even thought about that. I love the idea that he's put his left one on and gone. Right, where's the right one?
He's gone right. Where's the right one?
It's not gone well.
Oh dear.
So it's a present given at Christmas, but not a Christmas present necessarily.
Yeah, no, that's that. It's football related. Can't argue with that.
I brought it back.
I'm trying to think of one for myself. I can't quite remember actually.
Was it a Norwich shirt?
A funny one. Well, I mean, it might have been a Norwich shirt because that is kind of quite funny.
Was it a Gary Hooper Norwich shirt?
Oh no, it's not. If I could have got a player,
Ricky Van Wolfswinkel
it would have been Wolfswinkel. It would have been Wolfswinkel. I wish I did. I'm quite pleased I didn't, but I really wish I did get one of them in my time. But oh well.
Wait, that's a Houghton era signing.
I know.
The man does nothing wrong. It was a great signing, just misinterpreted.
Well, I mean, as we come on to a future question, maybe he's your answer. Maybe he is your answer a little bit later on. But no spoilers just yet. SA, what any sort of Christmas gifts that you know were given to your friends or family members or anyone you know, it could be your dog, that the gift was football related and was a little bit out there and a bit strange?
Other than the watch, I'd probably say no. No, I haven't received or given any other strange football gifts. although having said that, I do remember I think can't remember who it was now, but this person I know of did get socks for Christmas. He didn't really like it because of the color pink, and one of his bright pink colors.
Brilliant.
I mean that was strange.
Pink socks.
Did
Yeah.
they have something to do with football?
I guess were they football socks?
But
Were they football
socks?
Because I think it was the season where Everton wore pink as a away kit. It actually had the
okay.
Oh, was it? It was actually football socks. Brilliant. We've done SA. You've done fantastic there to bring it back.
Good. That's good.
That was
Yeah.
well done.
the Everton logo on it.
SA, you've done it. You've done the job.
I'm still trying to think. I don't know. I've had some weird Christmas gifts in my time. Very weird stuff that I can't say on air.
I got Danny. Oh no, wait, no, family friendly.
We can't. Yeah, family friendly, not family friendly. So
wait till 9 o'clock and we'll come back.
We'll have to wait till Watershed and maybe come back another time. You know what? I have a feeling it's probably going to come to me. But yeah, just I mean, there's loads of novelty, strange football gifts. That's what gets me as well. Like you could go into a club shop and there's a ruler with a club badge on.
Oh yeah, don't even go there.
And it's like £3. It's like, what is going on? So
Club Sweets get me.
I haven't got a ruler on my Christmas list.
Damn it!
Yeah, I don't intend on receiving a Norwich City ruler or something like that.
Damn it!
But yeah, I probably received something like that in my time. I'm trying to think though. Anyway,
speeding ticket, Danny. It's the only way Norwich are getting 3 points.
Cheers, Charlie. Anyway, moving on before Charlie rips me apart once again. We will move on to another question now, and let's say we're talking about strange purchases. Purchases.
Go on. There we go.
Words out. We were talking about strange purchases. There we go. But what is the strangest purchase your team that you support have ever made? And we're going to go to Charlie first, because Charlie, I think you when we spoke about this off air, you was ready.
I've got a story. It's story time. All right. You probably remember the player. Do you remember Colin Kazim Richards?
It's a
striker,
name.
played for Sheffield United.
Name. Yeah.
Now playing in like Brazil. Okay. Like 2005. If you remember it, Coca-Cola ran a competition in their bottles, saying, and if you won it, you got to pick a player for your team to sign, and they'd pay for it. So a Brighton fan wins it, picks Colin Kazim Richards. That's so. Basically, our transfer business was done by our fans and Coca-Cola.
That's I mean, I think I've heard of I remember Sky Bet doing something where they gave your club like £250,000 or something like that to go and spend. But I don't remember that. That's
you can look it up.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Left a year later for Sheffield United. So worked.
How much did he sign for? How much did he leave for?
It was like $100,000 we bought him for off like Bury or something like that up north. And then he went to Sheffield United for like 1.5 million or something funny, which for us was massive money.
That's good.
Back then, that was big money for us.
I mean, it's certainly a strange purchase. Clearly, it's worked out all right because you got cash.
Yeah,
yeah, that's different. SA, can you top that at all?
Oh, he's an Arsenal fan. He can definitely top that.
You know what? Speaking of purchases, I'm actually watching a video where Arsene Wenger's teaching his players to cross and weave Christmas jumpers, and then Rob Holding gets it wrong. Have you seen that one?
No. Has it just come out?
Hold on. This came out couple of weeks ago. I'll send it in the links right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold on, guys. We're just going to quickly watch a video away from this.
There we go.
Okay. I'll put it on. Obviously, I can't put sound, so and I can't play it through the stream. So unfortunately, can't really say too much. So we'll have to keep talking, and we'll have to talk over it, whatever's happening. Just put it up.
What is this? What is this marketing campaign? Who's in charge of the media stuff at Arsenal?
It's 30 seconds. Okay. So I'm guessing. God, can you talk us through it, SA?
Okay, basically, it's like a campaign by Save the Children about think if you buy a Christmas jumper, you also don't donate to them. But the way Arsenal do things, off the pitch, is just ridiculously cringe.
Yeah, I'm just watching it now.
What is this? Lacazette can't get away quick enough. Some of these guys have got an acting career ahead of them, haven't they? Look at Lacazette. He looks like he's been being.
Lacazette doesn't look impressed.
Behind the camera with a gun to their head.
He really doesn't look impressed. I'm trying to see if he actually makes eye contact with.
He looks at the jumper. He looks at the jumper and goes, "That's the most impressive thing I've seen."
I don't think he actually looks at the camera. Doesn't look at the camera at all.
Look, Callum James on the other side. Just got funny as well. They're quite clearly all in their training stuff because you can see underneath.
I like how. Like if you go to the 14-second mark, right? Arsene Wenger's there. So basically, for those who haven't seen it, Arsene Wenger's trying to stitch.
Look at it
together. He's trying to hold back a laugh. It's quite funny actually.
Look, he's looking beyond the camera. He's like, his agent's obviously stood behind the camera. He's like, "What have you made me do? What is good?" I don't know if anyone saw it, but did you see the advert that the Man United players did for they did one for the X-Men film and then one for the Independence Day film?
I think I saw the one for the Independence.
Footballers can't act, apart from Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones can act.
Vinnie Jones.
As a hard man. Nothing else.
Anyway, let's go all the way back. So SA, strange purchases by Arsenal. What's your thoughts?
There's too many.
I'll chuck one.
I can't actually think of one.
Out there. I'll chuck one out there.
I can't think of one.
What was South Korean name's name? Park Chu Young. Was that his name?
No.
The guy from Monaco. That was such a weird one.
I know who you're on about. I was going to chuck Arshavin out there. As in, when you look back at the whole Arshavin sort of time frame, unfortunately, he had such promise and done so well, and then just suddenly sort of fell off the face of the earth. So
what happened there?
That's okay. Just talking about Arshavin, I think Arshavin for me would be one I'd chuck out there. I don't know if he's the strangest purchase, but I think he's up there because of.
Did they have to extend the deadline that year because of the snow?
Nah. Wait. That's not even it. No. Arsenal's strangest purchase is Kim Kallstrom on loan.
Oh, and then he broke his back the next day.
No.
Yeah.
When he hurt his back in the what you call it now? The one before you sign. What you call it?
What? The deadline. What?
The medical. That's the one. Medical. Yeah. He'd already hurt his back before he'd taken medical, but Arsenal still signed him on anyway.
That's such a Wenger signing. He was so determined to get him in.
Just get him in.
Yeah, but on the plus side, he did score a penalty v Wigan, so
he's brilliant. That's definitely a Wenger signing.
I'm trying to think of who else.
Shamak's one. Come on.
Shamak is one.
Shamak was a bargain bucket deal.
Bargain
bucket deal. You know what? Shamak was the equivalent of when you're going home and you forgot the missus' anniversary. So you've popped into the petrol station and you've gone, oh no, we need something.
And you pick up Shamak.
You pick up Marouane Chamakh.
I'm trying to think. See, Shamak, I remember when they signed him.
He was
like,
heralded as like the
there
next
was a lot of talk around him joining and how good he was going to be and all this sort of thing.
Oh, he's on a free as well. That was it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's definitely a few more.
Jovino was a flop.
Jovino.
Francis Jeffers to throw an old one out.
My word, we've had so many crap players on. How did we finish fourth?
Mikel Silvestre. I'm going to list some more. Hold on. Denilson. Andre Santos. Do you remember Andre Santos? He was dreadful.
Nah, no, this guy, he went to swap shirts with Van Persie following our loss at Old Trafford, and then Arsene Wenger sold him.
Brilliant. That is a very Arsenal thing to do, though, isn't it, really?
What about the goalkeepers?
Oh, God. Don't even get me started.
And you had, like, Almunia. Didn't you have
Almunia was all right. Leave him alone.
The most legendary keeper, Mart Poom.
Mark Poo.
Where's he nowadays?
Oh, he's probably
No idea. Hold on.
part of the Estonian mafia.
We are terrible at signing keepers, honestly.
Squillaci. Oh, remember Squillaci? What is this? Pascal Segan.
What about? I mean,
Just thinking of.
There are so many bad. Sorry, but we seem to have devolved into why Arsene Wenger is awful in the transfer market. Peter, do that for the next half an hour.
How did we finish fourth every year between 2006, 7, 2012, 13? Like, what?
That's how awful the Premier League was, really, wasn't it?
Crazy.
Senderos.
Senderos, yeah, I know. Senderos is another one. Mental.
Who even are half these people? Amari Bischoff. I don't know anyone.
Anyway, I'll chuck you a few of Norwich's because Norwich's have had.
This is going to be fun.
A few in their time.
Buckle up, boys.
Buckle up, lads. Strangest signings. Right, we're going to start off with, unfortunately, the man, the myth, the legend, Ricky Van Wolfswinkel.
Yes.
The guy who is an absolute landmark in our transfer history for all the wrong reasons, unfortunately. Really wished he'd bang in more goals than that, but he did score the one solitary goal against Everton.
Only one.
One solitary league goal against Everton. Yeah, it was a beautiful goal. Stephen Whittaker crossing the ball from the edge of the area, and Ricky Van Wolfswinkel getting his noggin on it to knock it past Tim Howard. I mean, what if that is?
Some people struggled. Some people struggled to score against Tim Howard, but like,
yeah, I know that season as well, and Ricky scored in the opening game. So,
obviously,
I mean, I fell for him because I think he is actually a decent player. The why I say he's a strange signing is because we signed him and we didn't play to his style at all. We just, like, our midfield and defence just done their own thing and just knocked the ball up to Ricky Van Wolfswinkel and just hope for the best. And that doesn't quite happen. And obviously, at the time we were used to having Grant Holt, where you could knock it up to him and he would foul someone or win a free kick or do something.
Then I don't think that's the idea of football.
No, but he left an impression, should we say, up the top end of the pitch.
The defenders, yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, it's a bit of a strange one. And talking, strikers, we've had strange strikers. Another one from that season as well was Johan Elmander.
Oh my God!
Which I've never seen anything. I couldn't believe we had him because it was such a strange signing. We needed goals, so we turned to him. And I remember seeing his goal scoring record, and it wasn't great.
It was something.
I still to the day don't really know what he actually did, if I'm being honest. So a bit of a strange one there. Another one, I quite liked him though.
Oh,
Joseph, I think it's Joseph. I can't remember. Is it Joseph Yobo?
oh, the former Everton man. Yes.
He was good. I didn't mind him. He was strange because like we didn't go out and buy defenders, so we or loan defenders. So to get Yobo was a bit of an odd one. K Kamara, I don't know if you remember him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Striker. Was he a striker?
he was a striker.
No. Yeah.
He scored
remember.
against Everton. Would you believe it?
Jesus.
He go on.
He's playing his trade in the MLS now, isn't he?
He is. To be honest, when he was here, actually, he done well. He done well for Norwich.
You
Anyway.
said one of your worst signings. Leave him alone.
He's strange. He's a strange signing because it was so out of the blue. Everyone was like, who's this? Because he came from the MLS, and everyone was like, who is this guy? I remember seeing some of the YouTube videos of him as well, the montages.
Oh, God, they're awful, aren't they?
Famous montages. And Kay Kamara's montage, this montage I found, it was of him missing. And then scoring and missing and scoring and missing. It was so strange. I've never seen a montage like it. So yeah, that was him. And then I would say probably another name to chuck out there before we move on. There's got to be Yusuf Malumbu, because he was just a strange signing. Full stop.
I remember when he signed for you. I thought he was a good signing.
Well, you see, that was the thing. He had a really good preseason, and then he got injured, then came back, and he was terrible. And then not this season, the season before, like whenever he left, that preseason he looked a bit more like it, and he came back, and he started playing well, and then we got rid of him. So that was the story of Yusuf Malumbu. So yeah, probably
That was nice.
Yeah, very very touching. And Leroy Fer is another one.
Oh yeah, there was some jokes. There was some jokes about Leroy Fer, weren't there? About like the fact he joined teams and then got relegated.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah, I mean he was a good player, but it just disappeared. Just disappeared an awful lot.
Just disappeared.
Just disappeared. Yeah, like literally, you look around and you're like, we're playing Leroy Fer.
Oh, don't worry. You think you've had some clueless players? It doesn't even begin to get there when you. Yeah, I'd throw out names that no one's ever heard of before. To make my club,
it's just strange. Full stop. I mean, even like the likes of Gary Hooper, who we signed, and once again didn't decide to play him in the right style or the right formation. It's just we've had some strange purchases over the years. So yeah. Anyway, we better move on. And we're well over halfway in our 2017 Christmas special. So please don't worry, we are still feeling very, very festive. Don't forget the poll is still open on Twitter, and you have 6 minutes left to vote on that poll. At the moment, it is a tie between Charlie and myself. So,
SA's going to jump onto his other 4 Twitter accounts.
There's still time. You can still sort it. So please send in your votes there if you are watching live. Okay, so let's look ahead to the January sales now, and the opening of the transfer window. And SA, which area of your team do you feel you need to strengthen?
Buckle in, people.
I'd say our defense isn't too great, and also we all need a replacement for Sanchez. Well, upon recent reading, it's been reported that he will stay until the end of the season. So I'm not sure getting forward would work at the moment now.
So if you was to look at an area, you'd look at getting a forward, but you're not too sure if that would be the best option with Sanchez being there right now. Am I right?
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable if you came out of the window with no additions? Quick question.
For me, it's a difficult one because whenever a team doesn't make signings, we're always like, oh, why don't we make signings? Why don't we make signings? But for me, I think the squad we have is good, but if you could make if further additions are available, then I'd say yes, that Arsenal must make additions, but not too many, because you don't want to you don't want to make the squad too big.
Okay,
Yeah.
curveball here. Say Sanchez was to leave, would you therefore look at trying to bolster up the attacking options in the team?
Not necessarily, because if Sanchez was to leave, we could potentially use Giroud and Lacazette as a front two.
That's
And
interesting.
you feel you can rely on them for the remainder of the season?
I wouldn't say yes, but I wouldn't say no either.
Okay. SA sitting on the fence. That's fine. Let's go over to Charlie now. Charlie, what area of your team would you like to improve? I have a feeling I know where that's going to be.
Yeah. Much like Chris Hughton team, you can predict what's going to be thrown out here. Yeah, striker. Jesus, please, a striker. Please. All I want for Christmas is a new striker. Please. Just please. Just someone.
Is that it? Just to play.
Just someone quick. Even if they can't finish, just someone quick.
Didn't you want
because when you've got Glenn Murray up front,
yeah.
Just, oh god.
Who else can you turn to if you don't have Glenn Murray on the pitch?
Tom Hemes.
Like
yeah. Glenn Murray light.
Yeah, and
then Sam Baldock, who's spending more of his time allegedly. I'm not going to go there. Nope. Quick tap on the shoulder. I'm not going to go there. There's no one. There's no one that can play that role. But all of this, the beginning of this season, it's just been obvious that we need someone who can be a bit more dynamic up front. It's just not happening. It's like, beat the head against the brick wall for the next 4 games.
Now, I know in the summer window, you got really, really close to Janssen joining. Would he be the answer to your questions?
I don't know. I don't know if him necessarily, like him exactly would be the answer, but just somewhat, like I say, just someone dynamic. If they're quick and they can finish, fantastic. Everything else is kind of secondary to that. But I think there'll be quite a few teams looking for that in the January window. And I've got a feeling we might have to spend quite big on that if we're going to do it. And whether we want to do that or not. I mean, Chris Hughton said today, to be fair, that him and owner Tony Bloom and chief exec Paul Barber, but they've said that if they need to break their transfer record, which is like 16 million at this point, what we pay for Izquierdo, definitely be something that we would do. So we'll wait and see, shall we?
We'll wait and see. We look forward to the January transfer deadline day stream. I can't wait for that. You know, it's going to be 11th hour. Janssen's going to return back to Brighton.
No, he's turned us down once. It's not happening again.
I'm trying to think for Norwich, it would be the area. It's got to be striker as well. It's got to be a striker. Defensively, we've looked okay at times this year. We've looked probably more solid at times than previous years, but we can't score goals, and I put that solely down to the fact we have 2 strikers at the club, and one is Cameron Jerome, who works his absolute socks off, but has no sort of finishing touch. And then you have the opposite in Nelson Oliveira, who has the finishing touch, but not necessarily the work ethic. And then you have nothing else. And that's my problem. That's been my argument and my concern throughout the season. And we've seen it a few occasions. Cameron Jerome's had to play games because Nelson Oliveira's been injured or suspended or whatever. So Cameron Jerome has had to play games injured.
What about Stephen Naismith? He's a striker.
Naismith, I think, was injured. I don't know if he's still injured.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
I mean, I've seen some pieces online from the EDP and Pinken. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're suggesting that Stephen Naismith is going in January, which doesn't surprise me.
1 second.
So yeah, that really doesn't surprise me. I don't know. We definitely need a striker. Definitely need a striker. I don't know who that would be, because as I'm sure you've already sort of gauged throughout this panel, that all three of us is kind of weighing up attacking options rather than defensive options. So we need a striker, and I think we will turn to. I want us to go for a Naki Wells. A Naki Wells would do us, but I'm praying to God we need a striker. I think we will get some German division, German second division striker. That fuck maybe knows. I think that's the route.
Trust in Farke, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I saw some pieces today as well, questioning his training methods.
Oh,
My understanding is he does, like, he puts on double sessions, he makes them work really hard. But obviously injuries, they're all concerned about injuries. I would say the real game changer for us from now until the end of the season is going to be Alex Pritchard. We keep him fit, we keep him firing. He's going to be so good.
Alex Pritchard.
He'll
I hope
be the
he's
difference
enjoying
for us. So
oh, brilliant! I hope he's enjoying himself.
yeah, he's looking forward to sending us back up to the Prem.
Yeah, that seems fair.
We can only hope. Okay, so let's move on. We have about 15 minutes left of the show. I have the final results here, but we're not going to
drum roll. Oh.
We're not going to go into them just yet. We'll go into them right at the end. Of course, don't forget that you can send in your questions and comments to us in the YouTube chat section. But in the meantime, another question for you guys here, and we're going to go to Charlie first.
Oh.
If you had one Christmas wish for your team, what would it be and why?
40 points, please. 40 points. It might be less than that this year, but 40 points. Just that's all. That's all.
For obvious reasons, yeah.
Yeah. Survival. That's all we want.
Okay. And SA, what would be your one wish for your team this year?
Just play the best football as possible. A win, like a trophy or so. I don't know.
Carabao Cup, boys.
Yeah, there it is. Carabao Cup's one.
Yep, definitely. We're definitely
Would
on
you
for
be
that.
happy with that? 4th place in the Carabao Cup?
No.
No. Oh. But you said you want good football and a trophy one. You could play good football and finish 4th and win the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, but thing is, though, 4th and League Cup is not Arsenal. I mean, if you could win,
but 4th
maybe...
and FA Cup very much is. It's almost the hallmark of Arsene Wenger Arsenal.
Yes. Bring on the double.
Bring on the double.
Oh,
Bring on the whoa.
Bring on the double. For me, it would be a case of let's see if we can please sneak into the playoffs. That would be nice. I think at the very least if we could do that, we'd stand a good chance. But look, at the moment, we need. There's a lot of things going on.
How long before Farker out, Danny?
This rate, it won't be that much longer.
End of January?
I don't think.
Middle of January?
I think he'll be given Christmas. I think
beginning of January. I did not see beginning of January coming.
I think if we start totting up injuries, and obviously with what's happened, what's gone out in the press today about his training methods, I think if we start totting up injuries and we still don't win games, I think he might be in some serious trouble. I think January will be mid-January will be. He'll probably get the Chelsea. I reckon he'll still be in charge for the Chelsea FA Cup game.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize you got them in the cup.
Yeah, that's live on BT. So look forward to seeing us lose 6-0.
That's right. At least you haven't got your local rivals on a Monday night. Well, not local rivals.
Yeah, are you on Sky or BT or are you on TV at all?
I don't even know. I think we're on BT, to be honest.
It's just I knew there was some derby games that they didn't even choose. in the
Liverpool,
FA Cup.
Everton. No, Liverpool, Everton got picked. It was the Merseyside derby and us, I think. Then
There was another tasty game. It was Middlesbrough Sunderland.
Yeah, that's a championship clash that can stay on TV. Well, to be fair, us against Palace at the end of the season might be a championship clash.
So yeah, that would be my wish. I want us to actually. I think we play nice football. I just want us to find that cutting edge and start scoring goals. That's it. If we start scoring goals, we win games. So it's simple as that, really.
Cheers, Mike Owen.
No worries.
Score goals, you win games.
If you score goals and don't concede any, you're going to win games.
Football's a simple game. Football is a simple game.
You've just got to outscore the opponents.
Yeah, well, I mean, they say if you keep the ball, the other team can't score unless you score an own goal.
Danny, when's the football philosophy book coming out?
It's coming out next Christmas. I'll have to tie it. It'll be the 2018 Christmas special of TFF Talks, and it'll be best philosophy book for under £20 or something like that.
Brilliant.
There we go.
I'm going to hold you to that. Like a Liam Drury sing along, I'm going to hold you to that.
Talking of the devil, where is he? He's not.
Yeah, you threatened the sing along and he couldn't handle it, so he's had to go home.
Yeah, shame.
I say this if we're in a studio together. That's just not a thing, is it?
No, shame.
I mean, it is. You've been behind the curtain enough tonight.
I mean, he done the sing song last year. It was very good.
Oh.
So yeah,
if
he doesn't come on, you'll have to dig that one out. I'm afraid. Just have a look. 2016 Christmas special. You'll find it somewhere on our YouTube channel. Jeez. Still very good. I think it's like the last 3 minutes of the show, so it's definitely worth a listen.
Oh, there it is.
There we go. Okay, let's move on to another question now. Let's go to SA first. What's your normal Boxing Day routine when it comes to football? Do you watch football on Boxing Day?
Yeah, of course I watch it all the time. Yeah, that's my normal Boxing Day routine.
Good answer. Charlie, what's your routine?
Well, I would go to the Brighton game on Boxing Day, but it turns out that Sussex Police don't want to do it. They don't do home games. We don't do home games on a Boxing Day.
Why don't they do home games?
Not enough police officers, it turns out. Which doesn't really ring true when there's 10 other clubs that can do it, but you know what I mean.
Is that therefore right? That I mean,
I don't know.
You never get a home Boxing Day. Like, has this always been the case for you during your time supporting Brighton?
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one at times that they decide that we can't have it. You've got to go. Okay, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, it's a bit weird at times that happens, but yeah, it's one of those things when you're a club like us, a club that was only in like a 10,000 seat stadium at most 6-7 years ago. It's not a surprise that they don't really have the infrastructure as the police to do it. So it's one of those things. We're away at Chelsea this year, so if I was that bothered, it's not that far away.
Is that on TV at all? Do you know?
I don't
like that game could be, but because usually they stagger them. I think there's like 4 fixtures that are or 4 different timed fixtures. So
yeah, usually might be. I don't pay attention.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out. For me, it'd probably be the same. I'll just be watching the football. I'll probably find a venue, whether that be a pub or a restaurant or something like that.
Get a bit naughty, yeah.
Not quite. And just watch the football. I'll try to remember. I think I watched Norwich when they played United. I can't remember if that was that might have been Boxing Day a couple of years ago. It's December. It's definitely December or it's early Jan. You know what? It all blurs into one. But yeah, I'll probably go down the pub or another venue to go and watch the footy. So
to be fair, Danny.
Yeah.
If you don't drink that much, just have a drink every time Norwich score.
I mean,
Hey,
that would
Vinny
be
Jones, Vinny
less,
Jones, get
that
addicted
would
in.
be less than what I currently drink. So there we go. Anything for sort of anyone looking to get off of drinking. There's your non-drinking game right there.
Go out on a night out, Danny.
Mm.
If you want to find, what's your local, Danny? Where people can find you?
I don't know. I mean, there's
I know.
there's a variety. I'm sort of where I live. I'm sort of out of the way, so it's kind of like I have to travel to get there.
But Danny, nicely telling you, leave him alone. Don't go to his local pub Boxing Day trying to find him.
Yeah, very nicely, very nicely. And okay, let's move on to probably the final question of this evening, which is, what are your thoughts? And we're going to go to Charlie first. What are your thoughts on football potentially being played on Christmas Eve in the future? This is after obviously Arsenal Liverpool supposedly being played this year, but got rescheduled to I think tomorrow night, I believe. Yeah. So what's your thoughts on that then, Charlie?
I'm going to be honest, I don't understand why people are annoyed about it, because the only way I can look at it is that some people say, "Oh, well, people have got to work on that day. People who work at football stadiums have to work that day." It's like, well, if you gave me the option of working Christmas Eve or Boxing Day, I think I'd probably rather work Christmas Eve. And then also, it's kind of like if people are going to have to go to games over that 3-day period, and Christmas Eve this year is a Sunday, so in fairness, you're not making people go that far. That they wouldn't go on a Sunday anyway. I know Christmas Eve is meant to be a family time, but I don't see the problem, to be honest.
You do make a good point there, actually. I think I would rather work Christmas Eve than Boxing Day, personally. So what's your thoughts?
Initially, I was a bit skeptical, but thinking about it, I don't mind it either. I mean, considering some other sporting leagues play on Christmas Day, which is not ideal, but in Premier League that doesn't happen, so I'm alright with it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I think this was brought in purely off the back of Sky Sports and BT looking to maximize how much coverage they can give. I think it was a good idea. Logistically, I can see that, obviously you've got to get staff in and stuff like that, but you're going to have that problem anyway with Boxing Day. So I feel if you had to choose out of the two, I would rather play Christmas Eve than Boxing Day. Although that being said, Boxing Day is a tradition, so at the same time, don't want to upset that tradition because it's quite important to English football, I feel. Yeah, it's an interesting one. And so, what's your thoughts on Boxing Day football? Do you think that football should be played on Boxing Day no matter what, or would you rather it be played on Christmas Eve?
That's a difficult one. For Boxing Day football, it depends on what day it is. Because if it's a weekend, then yeah, I'd be for that. But if it's a weekday, I'm not so sure.
Okay, and Charlie, out of the two, which one would you prefer?
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve
Gets you in the mood for it.
There you go. Cool. And that is pretty much all we have time for this evening. Before we go off air, I will just read you the actual results. So drum roll, please. Excellent. In third place is me with the footy gnome, which I can understand.
Yeah, your gnome's out for the lads. Go on. Yep.
And in second place is SA with his football mug.
Hey, champion!
And that means Charlie wins with his Chris Kamara. I was going to say
Unbelievable, Jeff.
Kamara. Unbelievable Jeff jumper.
That is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Exactly.
I just enjoy doing the Kamara unbelievable.
I see. I can't quite get over the price bit. That's what gets me. It's like £16.
That's what won it, Danny. Don't question it. It's how life is, Danny.
It's so
It's an enigma.
strange. What a strange fee. £16.57.
Exactly. The fact you don't understand it is why I won.
There we go.
Stumped you.
Thank you very much there for your votes and for your fantastic entries, especially the gnome one. The gnome one was very good by myself. Pat myself on the back, but yeah, I like that entry. Maybe more votes next year, I think. We'll have to see.
Back to the
I
drawing
can't
board.
help it. No one likes me.
Oh my god.
By myself.
Exactly.
Don't wanna be.
Anyway, so yeah, thank you very much for listening in this evening. If you're listening in and engaging in our weekly discussions, so thank you for that. I would like to obviously wish everyone at the Football Forecast, that's writers, readers, viewers, managers, and site staff, a very Merry Christmas. Especially thank you to the two panelists this evening, Charlie Pumphrey and S.A. Agboye. Thank you very much, guys.
If anyone tells
Thank you for
you
having me.
Santa isn't real, they're lying. What? That's my message for Christmas.
That's Charlie's Christmas message right there. Thank you very much to OSA as well. And I've been your host, Danny Cook. Today's TFF Talks 2017 Christmas special was brought to you by Crofer Media and halftimecuppa.com and sponsored by Classic 11 Shirts. Good night and have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
See ya.